There was a collective rejoice from Emmerdale fans on Tuesday, as Victoria Sugden seemed to finally wake up and realise she'd been duped by her villainous brother John Sugden. For weeks, she's backed secret killer John over her other sibling Robert Sugden. Despite Robert always looking out for and even going to prison after attacking his sister's rapist 6 years earlier, Victoria has not trusted him. Amid Robert's feud with his brother John over their shared love for Aaron Dingle, John has managed to manipulate situations so that villagers have turned against his brother. So much so that when John dragged his husband Aaron off of a cliff top and framed Aaron's ex Robert, everyone believed John. Robert is now in prison, again, with not a single person believing his innocence. But that could finally be about to change if a scene on Tuesday was anything to go by. Robert has been accused of attempting to murder Aaron and John, with Aaron still in a coma. Both John and Robert know that Aaron is key to exposing true events, including Robert's innocence, John's guilt and the fact that Mac Boyd is in the bunker. Victoria, and others, firmly believe John's lies about Robert, so understandably, Robert is deflated. But out of fear for Aaron's safety he has refused to give up on exposing what really happened. After disowning him in a recent scene, Victoria finally bothered to go and see Robert in prison on Tuesday to hear him out. Robert was very clearly not lying, but Victoria, manipulated by John, just could not see it and instead chose to tear him to shreds instead. Robert repeatedly pleaded with her to listen, claiming John was the guilty party, adding how he'd killed Nate Robinson and hurt Mac. He begged her to look after Aaron as he's next. For most of the prison chat, Victoria refused to even entertain what Robert was saying, pushing her pro-John narrative and telling Robert what she thought of him. In fact, she said twice that she hoped Aaron would wake up and prove Robert, not John, was guilty, and that he'd be sent back down. Robert didn't let this get to him too much, though, as he knew he needed to save Aaron, not only to clear his name but because he knew the danger he was in. So Robert kept reminding Victoria that she knew him, and that John was a risk to Aaron and he needed to be stopped. Victoria left without saying a word, but it was clear from her face, both as she got out of her seat and when she turned back before walking out, that she might finally be realizing that Robert could be telling the truth. When she got to the hospital and learned from Chaz and Liam that Aaron was doing well, she made a point of staring at John for his reaction. The camera focused on this reaction with his fake joy, and him then pulling a nervous face. We then saw the camera go back to Victoria, who had noticed this, and she looked very intrigued. So has she finally realized John pushed Aaron? Fans believed so, taking to X with one writing, "Vic is suspicious." Finally. Another said, "The mask slipped and Vic finally noticed." As a third posted, "Oh my god. Vic is totally having doubts about John." Emmerdale airs weeknights at 7:30 p.m. on ITV1 and ITVX, with an hour-long episode on Thursdays.